All right, we have another graduate of our program. We are so happy for her. She did such an excellent job, and we're not everyone is willing to actually get on screen with me. A lot of people will just tell me what they want me to say, but Arlene here, she's willing. She's a rock star, and we love that about her. So, how are you feeling about your weight before the program?
Um, I'm an emotional eater, and you name an emotion, I'll think of something to eat. And I knew that I was at the point that I needed to do something, or I was going to be back up to 269 pounds, which was my heaviest ever. And so just was scrolling through Facebook one evening, and I saw Coach Jody's ad for this new Cairo Thin program. So I thought, oh, I know her. I've done the other program with her. And so I reached out to her, and she said, well, when do you want to start? And I said, tomorrow. So kind of what
Actually,
happened.
let me pause there because you didn't know that you were ready. What I recall, you're like,
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
because
That's
you're like,
right.
no,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just don't care right now. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, she is not ready quite yet. And then something must have switched. Do you
Yeah.
do you
Well,
remember that?
I did. I got the invitation to my 50-year class reunion.
Oh, there you go. Wedding
And I was
slash
like,
reunion.
"Oh,
Yep.
yeah, I got to do this. I can't go to a 50-year class reunion looking like a blimp. So, time to do something." So,
Awesome.
I called Jody like a couple of days later, and here we are.
Here we
40
are.
at
Yes.
the end of 42 days yesterday.
Yes. Now let's just jump to that. So first, had you been trying anything on your own to lose weight? Had you been exercising or eating better or
That's
anything like that?
exercise is not in my vocabulary. Never has been, probably never will be. Yeah, I have done almost every weight loss program out there known to mankind, womanhood, whatever you want to call it, and I will say by far this was the easiest program to ever stick to.
Awesome. And what I think you're about to discover is that this is going to be the easiest program to keep your weight off, which I've been in the industry for 16 years and I've never seen anything quite like this. That I'm like checking on people a month later, 2 months later, and they are exactly where they were or less. And that has never happened before. And I'm excited about that for you and everyone else that takes this program on. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, let's talk about what was easy or hard or good about the program. You can start with easy.
Um, the easy part, well, the
Mhm.
first 2 days are the easiest thing ever. 'Kay, when you're used to eating everything in sight, you have to eat 5,000 calories. It's like, oh, I went over. And yeah, and it's not even 4 o'clock in the afternoon yet. So yeah, so those were like easy peasy days.
Okay.
My coworker laughed at me because I was walking around stuffing a cookie in my face practically the whole entire time, or a little Debbie snack cake, or just whatever. I guarantee you, it was absolutely nothing healthy. A family size bag of Fritos and corn and cheese
Oh
dip,
my
and
goodness.
yeah, foot long Subway sandwich. I mean, just yeah, it was no problem to stuff
Okay,
those
so for those
calories.
of you, time out for a second. For those of you that have no idea what she's talking about and they're just looking into this program, the first 2 days are pretty abnormal, and you have to eat a lot of calories the first 2 days. That's what she's talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
You're gonna be like,
yeah,
what?
that's
I thought
not the
I signed
plan.
up for a
That's not
diet.
the plan from there. So, and then day three, like reality slaps you in the face. And because you go from, but actually at the end of day two of the loading days, it was like, if I have to put one, I was so thankful at 4 o'clock I had 5,000 calories in, because I didn't have to eat anything else the rest of the day. So
Wow.
I was real glad that day three, that you basically, from the time you eat supper, you fast until lunchtime. And that that whole fasting thing has been a huge eye opener for me. I have never ever tried intermittent fasting. I've never ever done anything like that. Um, I think that is definitely going to be way down the road, like, I don't know, day 30, maybe somewhere down there. Jody tells you have to make your own rules and you can't change the rules the day of. That was a real eye opener for me as well. I have written my 5 rules down that I plan on sticking to. And my number one rule was I will not ever go back for seconds. That's a huge one for me. I will continue to weigh every day. Yeah, the list just goes on and on. But
Excellent.
I did at least write 5 down, but I have thought of numerous others that I want to add to the list. And I think probably going to do a lot of intermittent fasting, if that's allowed in the maintenance program, which we
Absolutely.
haven't gone in depth into yet. But I think that might be a lifestyle change for me, that as something that I can do.
Right. Awesome. So how much did you lose?
31.4 pounds in 42 days.
31.4 pounds in 42 days. Wow. What was your daily average? Because I love looking at that number.
0.73, which, if you convert any number into money, that's almost 3/4 of a pound a day.
Yes. Yes. That
So
is
yeah.
that is
So
phenomenal.
and every other weight loss plan that I've ever been on, they tell you if you lose a pound a week, that's great. Anything more than that's a bonus. Well, hello, that's just blew that crap out of the water. So, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, this is phenomenal. And I had about 65 pounds that I wanted to lose altogether.
Mhm.
And so I'm halfway there. I mean, at 31.4. And I can't wait for my 21 days of maintenance to be over so that I can go for round
Yeah.
two. Because
Yep.
I definitely got to have that weight off by the high school, my 50-year high school reunion.
Absolutely.
So
So
yes, I am old. If you
one,
figure that up, yeah, I am old. So
you are so young.
if an old person can do it, anybody can do it.
I've got an 87-year-old right now.
Is that right? That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
And he's
awesome.
doing great. Um, okay, so something I want to bring out that I'm noticing about you is your energy level and happiness level looks like it's oozing right now, which
Well,
is
that's
an improvement.
probably true, but it could be because I just spent a 5-day weekend with my 3 grandsons that are 1, 3, and 5. So that, it could be a little of both.
Yep. That
So
that is always a heart boosting event. But
yes,
as
yes,
you become healthier, it's probably something with your grandsons. You're going to have more energy to keep up with
right.
them, right?
Yes, 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 definitely,
Awesome.
definitely.
Okay, our last question is what advice would you give to somebody who is currently struggling with their weight and not sure if they should give this program a try or not?
All you have to lose is weight. There's nothing else to lose by doing this program. All you have to lose is weight.
Wow, you are awesome. You are really
So,
good. You're really good.
well, I mean, how many times do we tell ourselves, what do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? Truly, with this program, all you have to lose is weight.
Yep. Yep. That is absolutely awesome. And so people that are just think that nothing's going to work for them, I truly believe that this is like the last place they need to look because what we're doing is yes, we are getting the weight off faster than what is normal, but we're also reteaching, we all know, but reteaching us how to eat properly to live well long term. And I think that that's pretty awesome for everybody. So,
I think so too. Yeah,
yeah.
I want I want to go out and shout it from the rooftops and tell everybody, Um, but I know that, I mean, like I said, I've been on every diet plan that there is. And if your head is not in it, it doesn't matter whether your heart is or whether your fat bottom is or what. If your head is not in the game,
Yep,
it's not going to work for
right.
nothing is going to work for you. You've got to
Yes.
be in the right headspace to get it to work.
Yep. And I think that that is a very positive about the program as well as it's 42 days.
Exactly.
Literally 42 days. I mean, people are taking 6 months and 9 months or going on shots that they're going to have to do for the rest of their lives. We're like, give us 42 days and let's show you what is possible. And you've been a fantastic testimony of when your head is in the game and you do everything right. Even when you travel, even when you're gone, I know you went to a convention, whatever,
Yep,
wherever you're at, it's very doable because you're eating real food. And I think that is very
exactly. Yep.
well,
Yep.
thank you so much for sharing your story. We're so happy about your results. We're happy that it's impacted your life in such a great way. And we're excited for round two for you. But for now, good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Been my
You're welcome.
pleasure.